Hello everyone, this is Bill Apter back down here at Apter's Alley after watching the 2015 Night of Champions, which turned out again to be a night of amazing Seth Rollins performances. This guy, who was once well, we'll talk about that. We're going to go down the list of matches. They're not in order of how they happened here. I was taking notes, and my notes were a little jumbled up. But let's go to the matches. In the kickoff match, I had predicted that Adrian Neville and the Lucha Dragons would defeat the Ascension and Stardust, and my prediction did not come true. Stardust did some really good maneuvering and tossing Neville into one of the members of the Ascension and winding up pinning Adrian Neville. It was a surprise. KO! Kevin Owens, looking for his very first WWE Championship, taking on Intercontinental Champion Ryback. It looks like Ryback just did not get enough feeding tonight, because after an early beating by Kevin Owens, where he attacked Ryback and injured Ryback's left elbow and shoulder, he was able to totally dominate Ryback, and Kevin Owens is now the Intercontinental Champion, and congratulations to him, and I'm glad to see him back in the upper echelon one more time. Let's talk about Nikki Bella against Charlotte. At the beginning of the match, it looked like Nikki Bella was going to retain that title. Remember, she could lose her title anyway, count out, disqualification, anything. She injured Charlotte's left leg early in the match, but Charlotte was able to make a comeback and lock her in that patented figure 8. I love that maneuver, and Charlotte is now the new Divas champion. It was such a rush to see her dad, Ric Flair, come in. He was so emotional, so tearful there, and just great to see the Nature Boy with the Nature Girl at this point. So proud of his daughter, and I am too. I've noticed since she was a teenager, so congratulations. Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns took on the three members of the Wyatt family, and there was a mystery partner who was revealed to be Y2J, Chris Jericho, and it wound up at the end of that match that Jericho cost his team the match. Roman Reigns had been hurt by Braun Strowman, and he was standing next to the corner getting ready to attack Strowman, perhaps to give him another spear, and Jericho tagged himself in and eventually was put into that submission, like bear hug and sleeper, by Strowman, and eventually he couldn't continue any longer, and he lost the match for his team. Reigns and Ambrose stood there looking at him as he was getting up, and Jericho tried to get past them and just kind of bumped into Ambrose and looked pretty disgusted. So did they. So I don't know. This could be setting up something for Chris Jericho against Reigns or Ambrose. There's some extreme heat there. Dolph Ziggler against Rusev. I predicted that Ziggler would win, and Ziggler did win that. What happened was Summer Rae got up on the ring, and she was trying to throw one of her shoes at. She threw one down the aisle. But she was so mad that she took the other shoe and tried to throw it at the referee. It hit Rusev, didn't knock him out or anything, but it gave Ziggler then a chance to sneak up behind Rusev and give him the zigzag and win the title. So that situation continues on. The New Day took on the Dudleys, and I'll tell you something. The Dudleys, it was the whole save the tables and everything, and the New Day was so entertaining. Bottom line, what happened in this match is that a 3D was given to Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods ran in, and there was a disqualification. So New Day retains the title. So now let's talk about the United States Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins against John Cena. It was an incredible match. Both of them were incredible. Seth Rollins doing some more stuff, some more flying maneuvers that I haven't seen. He's so reminiscent in so many ways of Eddie Guerrero. But he lost that match to John Cena. And Cena is now the new U.S. champion, the United States champion. So after that match, Rollins took the World Heavyweight Championship belt, and he was going up the aisle like he wasn't going to stay in the ring to meet Sting. And Cena took it upon himself to give him another attitude adjustment, this time on the ramp, and then threw him back in the ring, and Rollins was hurt. Anyway, Sting came in, and he looked ageless. He really did. He really did. But there was one point in the match when it went outside the ring, and they were fighting on the announcer's table, and Sting was shoved through the Spanish announce table, and he got hurt there. He was able to make a comeback. He looked a bit slower, but there were some portions of that match it looked like he was going to win the World Heavyweight Championship. It ended up, after a second attempt at the at his submission move there, that Seth Rollins had the Scorpion Deathlock, of course, that Seth Rollins was able to maneuver that and roll him up and pin Sting. Now, right before that happened, I was really concerned for Sting. Right before that happened, as action was going on during inside the ring, the attack by Rollins sent Sting into the ropes, and Sting came off, and he was going to be the victim of a clothesline there, and he collapsed, and they called a medical guy into the ring, and it looked like, something had happened. He was injured, or he couldn't continue, but he did go on to continue, but lose the match. A little technical issue there when he reversed the Scorpion Deathlock, when Rollins reversed that and wound up pinning Sting. Then afterwards, Sheamus comes running out with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and it looked like he was going to cash in. And all of a sudden, the shock of all time, Kane, the Demon Kane, Kane with the mask and everything, came out. Sheamus ran out of the ring. Kane attacked Seth Rollins, left him there for dead, and Sheamus came in the ring and went like, hey, let me pin him now. I can cash this in. And Kane looked at him and choke-slammed him. Kane left both of them laying there, so Seth Rollins retains the World Heavyweight Championship. The whole asterisk to this whole situation was that Sting was built as really the focal point, pretty much, of this pay-per-view on the WWE Network, as far as I'm concerned. And I think with the bit with the doctor checking on him during the match, and the finish where you didn't see him anymore after he lost the match, I just wonder if we're ever going to see him compete again in the WWE. He still, the fans were chanting, "You still got it," and he did for a while. So don't know if we're going to see him in action again, because he's now he's lost twice to Triple H and now Seth Rollins. So he may still have it, but I don't know where they're going to move him to at this point. Hopefully the Hall of Fame, of course. For OneWrestling.com, quick results: Bill Apter, Night of Champions, history. We'll see you at the matches.